Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Big D Podcast. Before I announce who my special guest is today, I would like everyone to subscribe to the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page, where you can see not only this interview but all my Super Bowl previews and other exciting videos we've got in the next couple of weeks. And now on the line is FGCU Assistant Cross-Country Coach Argeo Cruz. Argeo, did I pronounce the name correctly?
Yes, you did. Thank you for having me today, Dylan.
No, it's my pleasure. So, Coach, as you know, running is a passion not just for you, but me.
Okay, great, yeah.
So, when did you get your first pair of running shoes?
I believe I got my first pair of running shoes my freshman year of high school. It was when, back in those days, I didn't know much about running. And it was actually one of my former teammates, the ones that let me borrow a pair of running shoes, because I was just running in sneakers. And I kept getting hurt. And he was like, oh, you should try this. And I was like, okay. And yeah, he definitely helped.
Yeah, I can attest, because I changed shoes and all of a sudden I got a stress fracture in my foot, and I ran for like 3 years, same pair of shoes, and never got hurt. And then all of a sudden got a stress fracture and bone spurs on my feet.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
So speaking of running memories, what's your earliest running memory?
So my earliest memories is from middle school, when I was in P class back in middle school. So what my teacher used to have me do, or the whole class, was to run the mile as fast as possible, and then right after we finish the mile, we can go play any other sport. And back in those days, I had a passion for soccer. So I was a soccer player. So I would try to finish the mile as fast as possible so I can go and play soccer. And yeah, it was back in those days, running was not in my mind. I was just trying to finish the mile in P class as fast as possible. That way I can go play soccer. That was where I was. I was always looking forward to that.
I can attest because in my younger days doing PE, that run was always so annoying, because I'm allergic to fire ants, so running on grass always brought a danger of potentially getting bit. So growing up in Mexico, how did you hear about FGCU?
So it was in sometime when I was in high school. There was there's a guy from a friend of mine from Immokalee. His name is Hugo Gijon, and he went to Immokalee High School, and he also ran at FGCU. So back in when I was in high school, he was the one that mentioned FGCU to me. But I didn't know much about FGCU. I didn't know much about the running program. I didn't even know where I was gonna go. I had no idea. But that's when I first heard about FGCU, and there was a day when he brought me to campus. But I was lost. I didn't even know where to go. But he was the one. He was on the team, so he was. So obviously he knew his way around.
Yeah, let me tell. A few of us got lost there. I even get lost there, even though I've been there, one or two times. So, could you tell us some of your favorite memories from FGCU?
Okay, so I mean, there's quite a lot. I have had a great time at FGCU. I'm still there, so I think some of the earliest memories was from my junior year, when my team was able to move up from 8th place to 4th place at the ASUNXC championship. I feel like that was a very special moment, because the team was very close, and we were all trying to help each other run faster. And you know, at the championship meet, we were all able to have a great performance. So it was a very special moment. And then another great memory that I have as well was my senior year when my former teammate Kelly and we ended up making the NCAA South Region team, which was a very special time because it was the first time that FGCU has been on the podium for being all region. So that was definitely one of the very special moments for myself.
Not showing that FGCU is not just an ASUNXC school, but a school capable of competing with other big schools.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, under our head coach Cassandra, we have come a long way. So that was definitely a very exciting moment just to be out there and, like you were saying, represent FGCU at a high level.
Yeah. So who are your running role models?
Okay, so I have a few. So one of them is Leo Manzano. I don't know if you know him. He was a former silver medalist in the 1500 in the Olympics. And then there's Ryan Hall. He's more of a marathon runner. And then Sarah Hall. And so Mav, he is also a marathon runner. So those are a few of my favorites.
Yeah, you picked a couple of them. Yeah, you pick a Olympian silver medalist in the marathon, Boston Marathon champ. I mean, I I could see you picking Matt and Sarah Hall, and we'll talk about Sarah in a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I read their book and they are very, it seems like they're very good people, and I mean they work very hard. So yeah.
yeah, so are there any advantages or disadvantages to training in Florida where you've got heat and humidity but no altitude compared with Colorado, Arizona, or Arizona's mountains?
Right. I don't know if you have heard this, but people call humidity as the poor man's altitude. And I don't know if you heard that before, but it's good training. It's one of those things that you have to be mentally strong to handle the heat, handle the humidity. But if you do that, I mean, you can get in really good shape because your body definitely works harder just to stay, just to handle the heat, just to handle the humidity in the area. But if you do that, I mean, yeah, you can definitely get in really good shape. And once you go to like a cooler weather, and the athletes, or you can definitely see a time improvement on there.
So this past last January, you ran the Houston Marathon to attempt and qualify for
Right.
the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials in Atlanta. Could you tell us about that?
Oh, it was a very exciting moment. I was out there with a friend. His name is Chris, and he ran the half marathon, and I ended up running the marathon. But it was just a fun trip. I had a great time just from when I left, uh, basically when I left for Myers to the time I came back. It was just a fun experience. I remember, just like the day before I was a little nervous because at Houston it was actually hot and humid the day before. So and I'm still not uh, weak, somewhat weak mentally. So it got into my head that, oh man, I really hope it's not going to be like this tomorrow. But on race day, it was perfect. It was cold, just how it needs to be for like a marathon. It was cold. And then I was just ready to go. I was excited, ready to toe the line and see what I got.
Now, what was your time today? What was it, like 2:18?
Right. Yeah, it was 2:18 and 37 seconds, I believe. Yeah, so it was good. It was definitely what I was aiming for.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you couldn't run the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials in Atlanta. So I'm not sure you ran or scouted the course, but how challenging was the undulating marathon course in Atlanta?
So from friends, so from feedback that I got from friends that actually run it, it was very tough. There's a lot of hills, and there's a lot of elevation gain. So uh, it turned out to be more of a tactical race, because people that were basically more conservative towards the beginning were able to run a better time. Because I noticed some of the top runners on that field, they didn't perform as well, and and I would think one of the reasons was because of the way the course was set up. If you get out too fast, you're going to pay for it later. It was not like Houston, for example. Houston was flat, and it was flat and fast compared to the Olympic trials. Yeah.
Yeah, watching that race, I remember thinking, what's going on right now? Because all the favorites on the women's side just either dropped out or fell back. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have predicted any of the three women making the team. I mean, I thought it would have been a race between Des Linden, Sarah Hall, maybe a Molly Huddle.
Yeah. 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 I was definitely cheering for Sarah Hall, and yeah, when she didn't finish, it was devastating.
Yeah, and then of course the men's race, of course, Galen Rupp
Oh yeah.
finally staying healthy and actually finishing the race.
Yeah, he dominated that race. He's just in a whole another level. But yeah, it was fun.
So, what would have been your goal for the race? I mean,
I would say I would have been happy with about I would say around 225, 230 maybe.
yeah,
Like, I know it's a challenging course, and I know, I mean, even for that race, it's like I mean, you're going against the best of the best in the whole U.S. So it's definitely, just being there and competing against those guys would have been great. And also just representing, Southwest Florida, representing FGCU in Immokalee. That would have been really nice.
yeah. I'm not sure you remember the 2016 marathon in LA when it was hot and humid. Was the Atlanta course harder than LA?
You know what? To be honest, I don't know much about the course from LA, so I I don't know. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't look much into that one.
So, since the COVID-19 pandemic really hit hard in March, obviously it changed everybody's schedule. So, how has training changed for your runners?
Okay, so you see, at first we were planning on having a fall this past fall season. We're planning on competing, and then when we finally find out that we were not going to have a season, I mean, the training definitely had to change. So our head coach, Cassandra Goodson, she had to modify training for the athletes. Since we were not competing anymore, we had to go back to base training, and then just prepare for something on a later date instead of like try to pick sooner in the fall when we didn't need to. So it's a lot of modifications that she had to do.
Yeah, everybody's modifying. I mean, everybody's on using Zoom or doing social distance runs.
Yeah, yeah, a lot has changed.
So finally, your 2021 season began in Atlanta last week, and I'd say you all did pretty well. 4 guys finished in the top 10, and of course, Emmy led the women's squad.
You're talking about the meet that we had this past season?
Yeah, the meet in Atlanta.
Oh, the meet that we had. Well, this past season we were at UCF.
Yeah, this past Saturday when you were at UCF.
Right. For that meet, it was well, it was nice to see the team compete again. It has been a while, so it was nice to be out there cheering them on and like seeing them compete against the other teams. So it was definitely a fun experience. And but at the same time, I was a little hesitant just because of everything that's going on with the virus, and just making sure that everybody was social distancing and following all the rules, just because I mean we're still in the middle of a pandemic. So it was fun to see them compete, but at the same time it was a little worrisome just because of everything going on.
It was almost like watching the first race over, but with a little apprehension, thinking, can we survive the race in one piece with everybody maintaining social distance?
Right. Yeah. 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 So it was, yeah, it was definitely different in that way.
Uh, how many COVID tests have your cross country runs been given per week on a weekly basis?
Uh, I I'm trying to think about it. We definitely got tested before the meet this past before going to UCF. Everybody got tested for that one, but but yeah, I mean, we get tested every so often just to make sure that we're clear to practice, and at the same time, we use a daily app that we have to, like a daily screening app, and just to make sure that the student athletes are competing that on a daily basis, or everybody, even myself. And we need to see a green check mark before we even start practicing. So that's something that we do on a regular basis just to make sure that we are staying safe.
So speaking of your athletes, one of your athletes, Emily O'Connell, won the Facebook ASUN Preseason Fan Vote Runner of the Year. How fun was that?
That was really exciting to see. Yeah, I was very happy for Emily, and I was just very happy for FGCU to, get that recognition. It was nice. It was good. It was but definitely good publicity for the school. So it was good. Yeah.
So what do you think the future for FGCU cross country is?
We gotta keep on building. We have come a long way under our head coach, Cassandra. She has developed a very strong program here at FGCU, and we just keep pushing to make that team better and keep placing higher at the ASUN championships.
So now we switch over to the professional side, and boy, it seems like Sarah Hall is getting better with age, right? I mean, finished second and one.
Yeah, she just hard. Yeah, it's
won
crazy.
that Arizona and won the marathon last
Project.
week.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. She just missed the American record, but yeah, and it was exciting because actually two of my friends was facing Sarah Hall on that race, and they were telling me the strategy that they were gonna use. So she was definitely going for it, going for American record. It's just that she just couldn't close at the end. Obviously a marathon is a long way, but yeah, it was an exciting race. Yeah, for both the men and women.
Yeah, I think it's so much fun seeing these athletes get better with age. I mean, Des won the 2018 Boston Marathon. I mean, these athletes are age is just a number. I mean, look at Tom Brady in what his 10th Super Bowl. Age is a number.
Yeah, it's just amazing what they can do.
So, if Tokyo can successfully, and maybe it's a big ask right now, if Tokyo can successfully host this year's Summer Olympics, can the Americans medal in either marathon race?
I would say so. I mean, Galen Rupp is, as long as he stays healthy, he can definitely, I believe he can medal. Yeah, Galen Rupp, I feel like he can medal. On the women's team, I mean, I don't know. The lady who won the Olympic trial,
Ali?
yeah, I can't pronounce her name, Alfie. She is, I don't know if you know this, but she's about to have a kid now.
She just gave. I think Ali gave birth.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she just did not too long ago, and I mean that's exciting. So, but I don't know who's. I don't know if we'll be able to medal on the women's side. I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know if we'll be able to. I know on the men's team, I'm confident that Galen Rupp can put it together on the marathon because he's just really strong. He's just in a whole nother level.
Yeah, and theoretically, this break might actually not be a bad thing for Galen because he can save his legs. There won't any. I mean, I'm not sure what races the runners would try before a potential Olympic run. I mean, would there be a half marathon potentially in May or June where these athletes could test their conditioning?
Right. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And speaking of runners, as you know, eating is a big habit before races. What fuel you put in your body can determine how fast you run. So, what's your go-to meal before a race?
Before a race. So something that I would do is it'll be oatmeals and banana, and then I'll have a coffee as well. Oatmeal, banana, and coffee. So that will be my breakfast about 2 hours before my race. So let's say like that's what I had for the Houston Marathon. So I woke up early, had my oatmeal, had my banana. I was sipping on coffee, and then I was and yeah, I was ready to go.
And so, what do you usually eat the night before a race?
The
Because
night before.
some runners eat Italian, some runners eat proteins. What do you eat the night before
So,
a race?
so I find out that the chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden, the, that would be my to go to. Um, and then, I mean, if I don't have Olive Garden, and then I can get something else, just some pasta and some chicken. That's usually what fuels me, and it sits pretty well in my stomach. So yeah, that'll be my to go to whenever I go competing.
Yeah, I've heard of many runners eating Italian because it gives them the right blend of protein, fats, and
Yeah.
more importantly, carbohydrates, which we need in a race.
Right. Yeah. So I'll be like one of them. I'll go there too.
Yeah, and go there for the bread too, right?
Yeah, the bread is really good.
I'll admit the bread's really good. So. Especially because I've got a race. I'm actually running a race at FSW in 11 days, so I
Oh,
might
you
follow
do?
you. Might follow your eating program.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, look at
What
yeah.
distance are
I
you
don't know
doing?
if you can see my window, but I've got all my medals up there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So what distance are those medals?
5K, 5K.
5K. Okay. The race coming up for you, is it also a 5K?
Yep.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you. So good luck. And speaking of good luck to FGCU cross country, and I can't wait to see you guys in a month, in a few 3 weeks. 3 weeks from
Yeah.
today at Estero Community Park.
Yeah. Yeah. That's coming up quick. It'll be here before we know it. So we will keep on training.
It'll actually be it's a rare sight that FGCU is actually hosted at Estero because usually you would host at Buckingham, right?
Right. Yeah. We have hosted or FGCU have hosted at Estero before. It was when it was Coach Alexander's first year here.
Might have been when you were running there, right?
Actually, I wasn't even on the team back then. I was not on the team back then. Yeah, it was a year before I got here. So, but yeah, in high school, I used to run there all the time. In high school, there's a high school meet at Estero Park as well. So I have raced there before, but yeah, we're excited. We're excited to see the guys competing in.
Yeah, and that's only 10 minutes from my house, so
Okay.
I'll be able to watch you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So thanks for hopping on the podcast, and I can't wait to see you guys in a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, good luck to your race, and then we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.